Hi, this is Aliyah and Courtney,
Hi.
and we're really excited to invite you into our offering of Somatic Process Workshops. And our very first workshop we're planning to offer is here in May, and it's going to be in Nelson, BC, up at Crystal Mountain, and at my friend's place, Star River Sanctuary. And this place is really special to my heart. I spent about 12 years working up there with Myrna. And Myrna Martin's my main teacher that I've been doing pre and perinatal work with, and she always talks about like that it's a doctorate level of training, and it's been really, really deep, profound, life-changing work for me. And the place that we're going to be is up at this beautiful retreat center up on the mountain just above Nelson, and there's a really cool little temple space that's called the Nanogan, and it's a 9-sided little temple, and it's just a right size to have 8 to 9 people sitting in a circle and doing some really beautiful, intimate work together. And this is a space where I've done many ceremonies with Myrna, and Ken also did quite a lot of work with his men's groups in there. So it's a very, very enriched space that's full of all this beauty and magic already. So it feels really special and exciting to be able to use this space.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think I was at the very last offering that Myrna had up there. Yeah, and so it's exciting to come back and to be in the space and to be welcomed by 2 powerful energies like the Star River Sanctuary, where we've both been a part of the ceremonies, and then Myrna Martin's legacy. And yeah, we wanted to share a little bit about the process of what this is going to look like. And it's a beautifully deep, intimate journey that we're going to be going on, an individual journey of connecting with our wholeness and our essence, but also coming really deeply into connection with other at the same time. And the way that we will be holding this is over 4 days. Each person will be having their own turn. And so it's about 2.5 hours of your own process, your own time. And during that time, Aliyah and I are holding a container with the other people from the group, so about 5 or 6 people. And we're all going to be holding the space for you for that time. And during that time, we're slowing down. We're all tuning into the field. We'll have set up, a ceremonial ritual space. We'll be in the Nanogan. We'll have really dropped into ourselves already and called in the energy of the land. And then in this process, we'll be really tuning into you and your body and your essence and your soul, and seeing what layers want to start to move in you and be held by the group. And it's this beautiful process of group attunement, a beautiful process of together us feeling into your field, into your body based on your sacred intention. And together we're supporting with all of our nervous systems and our beings this intention to really land in your body. And for me, what's powerful about this work is it really is the deepest, most intimate, most foundationally transformational work I've ever done. It brings you so deeply into yourself and into life in this way that I've never experienced anything else do. And it really allows for a healing that touches on places that only can heal in relation, that are specifically relational wounds, relational patterns, and that need to be brought deeply into relation, and then also into relation with many nervous systems and many others. And what I'm excited about is in my work as a somatic therapist, I encounter in my work with people limitations or places where we really can't do that any more deeper work in the one-on-one. We can chip away at it over time, but I can really feel like this piece needs to be held in a group relational container for it to really heal and really come into health and really come into a whole new level of well-being.
And we were talking about when there's more people that, when we're alone, we just have our own nervous system. But then when we have more people in the space, then it just makes the nervous system bigger, and there's more resource that's available and coming in. And also that aspect of being in the group, it takes us out of our isolation. And often people in the group have very similar experiences. I've seen it over and over with a lot of these groups I've been in where somebody will come in with a certain trauma, and there's 3 or 4 other people who have that similar one. So oftentimes these groups just attract like-minded or similar, similar kind of nervous system
patterns.
Come in.
And the neat thing is if for the people, when you're supporting others' turns, the healing that comes in for others will also land in your nervous system. This is the neat thing about mirror neurons and shared attunement, is it's actually shifting things in all of our systems and the whole group field. And there is something beautiful about all of us stretching this capacity too, to be deeply vulnerable and held in our process, but then also stretching that capacity to hold and be deeply attuned and present with another's process. It really supports us to build the resiliency in our nervous system and to build that capacity to move between vulnerability and our adult self, and to practice that muscle. So I feel like this is another beautiful thing about these containers too. Yeah. So we're really putting the call out to whoever is ready and been looking, do you have a pattern that you feel like you come at it from so many different ways and nothing's shifting? Or maybe there's like a pattern coming up in relation to your children, in relation to your partner, in relation to, closer friendships that is just happening over and over and over and over and over. And you're like, this is so automatic. This would be a place to bring that. Maybe you're becoming aware that you're really living in a lot of survival energy, or there's lots of layers of survival that no matter what you do, you're kind of like in that baseline. This would be a beautiful space to bring that. Or maybe you have a really clear awareness, during my birth, this and this happened, and I've never really been able to resolve it. It's like, this would be a place to bring that.
We're really diving into those places, particularly like for me, because I work with little ones. I'm an early childhood educator and working with infants and toddlers. And so this has kind of become my specialty of working in these places that are pre-verbal. And those pre-verbal memories are what runs our whole nervous system, and it's what's in the hindbrain, and we do it without thinking. Those places where we're just acting without even thinking about it. So being able to bring those places up into our awareness and have them be held and be loved. As some of the things that come forward are just places that we got missed as little ones, and our parents weren't available or weren't able, not attuned enough. So a gift that both me and Courtney have is that ability to be really attuned to what's happening in the room on like a really subtle level. I think that's one of my superpowers, is being able to tune into what's happening really subtly, and most people don't notice it.
To tune into the subtleties, and then together to tune to that and hear like, oh, I see you in that, or oh, I feel that, or oh, there's this other part of you that's like kind of far away, or oh, like I see this part of you that's scared, or just whatever those parts are. It can be so nourishing to be seen and felt there, like to be really felt, and then also to be really felt in our health in a way that maybe we weren't. Like, oh, I feel your essence. Whoa, there's your life energy. Whoa. And really going slow and the word that keeps coming to me is welcome, like a space of welcome for more of our spirit, our life energy to come online and take up more space in our bodies, in our cells, and in a relational space. And that can take time to land and to come in, and we need nervous systems that are like, you're here. You're here. We feel you.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of that part about like all of you is welcome here. And actually it's like so important that all of you shows up in this life. And I know that that's something that I really want. And one of my teachers the one thing she says is, you know, none of us are home until we're all home. And so that's actually, I'm on a little bit of a mission to support everybody to find their way home. And you know, if I think about that, it's like my body is truly my home. And this has been a long journey of me coming into myself and fully embodying this body in